The bicep as a whole. If you ever look down, you have that thin, emaciated looking bicep where there's just not much there, there's not meat to it.
What's up? 筋肉翻訳です。さあ今日は腕を太くするための上腕筋トレーニング3選見ていきましょう。ライアンさんの腕シリーズです。ライアンさんは少し変わった言い回しで腕トレーニングを紹介してくれていますね。腕トレ再生リストもあるので気になる方は概要欄から見ていってください。今回は上腕筋、上腕二頭筋の下に隠れている筋肉になります。この筋肉が下から力こぶを押し上げてくれています。今回は一般的ではない種目を3つ紹介してくれています。どのような方法で上腕筋を鍛えるのでしょうか。早速見ていきましょう。どうぞ。
All right, so today we're going to talk about the brachialis. Now, the reason this muscle is so important is because it gives you that 3D look. Really fills out the bicep as a whole. If you ever look down, you have that thin, emaciated looking bicep where there's just not much there, there's not meat to it. It's just because you're lacking that brachialis, right? So I'm going to show you how to fix that because it's not just doing hammer curls. You'll see a lot of people recommend, hey, just do hammer curls until that brachialis grows. That doesn't work for the most part, right? Your bicep just jumps in, it's too powerful, it's too much of a puller there. So what we're going to do is use your wrist to kind of engage that brachialis more than it wants to, and then different angles of tension kind of working against gravity. I'll show you some cool tips. So let's get after it.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree.
So one thing you'll notice is there's a common thread between all the brachialis work I do, and that's I get my wrist involved. So as I come down, I'm actually going to flex my wrist down and away, and as I come up, I flex up, sometimes even a little bit out to really engage that brachialis. Now, some people will say that that doesn't matter, your brachialis doesn't have any supination or pronation in it, but I will tell you by engaging your forearm here, you'll drive so much force, kinetic energy into that brachialis that you just can't engage without it. Otherwise, you're going to flex up like most people do, and they relax their forearm and they try to flex up like a hammer curl. And it just doesn't work. Your bicep is too strong. It's going to take over that movement. So what I like to do is get that involved by flexing it out and up and really engaging that. So the first thing I do is rope curl. One little note that I sometimes do to just kind of enhance the contraction is I'll actually lean back as I'm stretching down. As I come up, I'll lean into it. I feel like I can really engage that bicep that much more and just enhance the contraction. With any body part, my goal is to find a way to put as much tension on that body part as possible. Right? So with this one specifically, this movement, it's a little bit different. So you're going to want to use a lighter weight, but what you're going to do is palms down, right? I do it in a seated position so I can really focus on the movement, not worry about standing and shifting my weight. Palms down, lean back, working against gravity here. You're going to, immediately you'll see it in my arms and yours too. Once you grab the weight, your brachialis will light up because it's literally holding that weight in place. And what you're going to do is lean back, curl and twist on the way up, and really twist and push out on the way out, right? So as you're coming up, twist, pushing out, squeezing that brachialis. And the nice thing is you'll see is as you go down the bottom, really all that tension is on the brachialis just to stabilize and hold it. Sometimes it's nice just to sit at the bottom, hold it for a second, really put pressure on there, and see if you can't really make that mind-muscle connection, because sometimes that's part of the biggest problem is it's hard to flex that muscle on command, right? Like if you sat there right now and thought, I'm gonna flex my brachialis, a lot of times you just flex your bicep or you hit your forearm. It's kind of a hard muscle to flex. So to make that connection is a nice place to start, and then from there you can really start pushing blood to it and really engaging and contracting that muscle. So the last one to do is just a traditional reverse grip curl. We're going to use a straight bar, so it's going to put a ton of pressure on those forearms too. But also, same ideas apply, right? Work against gravity. You're going to flex those wrists up and down as you go to really engage that brachialis.
さあ、いかがでしたでしょうか。かなり手首を工夫して使っていくんですね。ここで注意点。特に最後の種目でなんだけど、手首を背屈、小屈、上げ下げしていましたよね。ここでよーくライアンさんの動きを見ると、肘から先に動いてるんですね。慣れていないと手首から動かして種目を始めてしまうと思うんですが、筋肉は動作の中で一番初めに使われた筋肉が最終的に一番使われる筋肉になります。 なので手首から動かすではなくて、肘が動き始めてから初めて手首を動かしてあげる。これがポイントになります。だからテクニックレベルはちょっと高い種目になりますね。マッスルマインドコネクションを高めて、初めに上腕筋に乗せる必要がありそうです。腕の種目にマンネリ化している人はぜひこの3種目試してみてください。動画のリクエスト、チャンネル登録お待ちしてます。ではまた。はい、お知らせです。筋肉翻訳 T シャツが販売中なんですが、 L サイズが売り切れになってしまいました。僕が今着てるのは M サイズです。 S サイズと M サイズはまだ若干残りがあります。概要欄の販売ページから購入してください。またアパレルは少しずつ増やしていくつもりです。こんなの欲しいなどコメント欄でリクエストを教えてください。ここまで見ていただいてありがとうございます。これからもいろんな情報を発信していくので応援よろしくお願いします。ではまた。
I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to